think I always felt close to Christ, even when I wasn't practicing my faith. And so knowing that the other side of this was an even closer relationship with Christ, I think that made it easier. My grandmother died in 2020, and that, I would say, is what pretty much kickstarted my reversion to the faith. She taught me everything I know about the faith, and so when she passed away, I kind of had this moment of like, okay, if I want to see her again, I have to get myself in the right place so that I end up in the same place as her. I started very low lift. I was like, okay, I'm going to look for groups online that I can join, that I can learn more about the faith before I jump fully all in. A lot of the groups for women are geared for women who are married or mothers, or women who are getting married, engaged Catholic women. There's nothing really for single Catholic women. And so when I was on my reversion journey, I felt a little lonely. And then I ended up actually becoming a moderator for one of these groups online. And the woman who started the group asked if we had any ideas for content. And so of course I was like, oh yeah, we need content for single Catholic women. The woman who started that group asked me, well, what would content for single women even look like? That's when it clicked for me that I'm not just feeling lonely, I'm feeling like no one wants me here. They don't even want to make a space for us here. They want to pretend that we're not here. And so that's what really, made me feel like, okay, I'm here and I'm gonna make a space for other women like me to be here. I just felt like everything was lining up, and I put together the idea for Blessed Emilina, and then here we are. I knew, that I wanted to do this for single Catholic women, and I was like, there has to be a patron saint for us. There's no way. And so in my research, I found her. She is the patron saint of single Catholic lay women, and she's kind of like everything I want to be. She wanted to go into religious life, but was rejected, so she just lived the rest of her life as a single lay woman. She had the charism of prophecy. People would actually travel from other countries to visit her, have her pray for them, and give them a message from the Lord. And so I think she is the perfect example for single lay women.
I love what she's doing so much, because when I was in my singlehood, so to speak, I felt the same thing she's talking about. Where do we fit in, or what can we do? How do you find your vocation? And then how do you hear God's voice and all that? With a community, I think you can find that. If you have friends that are in similar places as you, it really helps you. So I was super excited finding out about this ministry.
I think what this experience has taught me is that in those moments where you feel like you don't belong, or maybe this isn't the place for you, that's actually the Lord calling you to make that space for people like you. And so in those moments, don't turn away, run forward. I think the idea of bringing hope to people, and especially single Catholic women, is the whole reason I started this ministry. There was a moment that I was scrolling through my feed and I saw this post, and a woman said, I'm, in my 30s, I'm single, I don't have children, and I just need somebody to tell me that I'm not failing as a Catholic woman. That should not feel like a failure as a Catholic woman. The rhetoric around what a Catholic woman should be, it needs to change. How are you a failure just because you're single? There's so many moments like that for single Catholic women where we feel like we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, where we feel like we can't hear God calling us because we think he's supposed to be calling us for a certain thing, and that's not where we're at. The idea of Blessed Emilina is to help women realize your singlehood can be your path to sainthood. This is the time that you are the closest to the Lord, and you have that time to give to your community.